Rollo, don't!
It was too late. Rollo was already inching toward the stairway. He screeched as he charged toward the shadowy figure.
Flaming chicken cool!
With all his weight, Rollo tackled the man to the ground.
What's good, everybody? My name is Christian, and welcome back to Beacon Pines. Last chapter was chapter 4 and 5, I believe we did together. We found out that Gran isn't everything she makes herself out to believe.
Lair. Summer forged ahead, but the nights only seemed to grow colder.
Great. Love it.
Luca walked home slowly under the pale starlight, cautious to avoid any more surprises lurking in the shadows.
Like your grandmother?
Reaching home, he slipped quietly into bed, half dreading what they might discover the next.
What time is it? Oh, gotta put my favorite sweater on. Oh my god, who's banging at the door now? What? Oh, you two, what's up? Rollo, what on earth is that? That ridiculous thing on your head. Oh, this? It helps me think. You're gonna need a lot more of those. Joke all you want. We'll see who's laughing when I crack this case wide open. Coast is clear? Yep. Whatever she's been up to this week, it's been keeping her busy most of the day. Very well. The game is afoot.
Luca and Beck rolled their eyes as Rollo strutted across the room.
Not a good idea to eat while there's a talking game. It really isn't. If I were a Gran, where would I hide my deepest, darkest secrets? Perhaps where he might least expect it.
Rollo flung open the cabinet with confidence.
I'm gonna guess either the closet upstairs or the parents' room. Aha!
He coughed as a veil of dust hit his face.
I think it's safe to assume anything that dusty isn't what we're looking for. Or maybe that's what she wants us to think. And then again, any good detective knows not to trust their first hunch. First hunches are for suckers. Okay. Eureka! She lit a fire in order to burn the evidence. She keeps that fire going every day, Rollo. Drat! It may already be too late. Just think of the amount of documents lost to ash. Okay. I'm gonna stop you right there. Can we just think for a moment? Luca, is there anywhere Gran doesn't want you to go? Yeah. The closet upstairs. Haha, I knew it. So maybe it stands to reason that we should check there first. No dice. It's locked. Very well, well. Look who stands to reason now. And I have no idea where the key is. If it really is important, then she probably keeps it with her. Anywhere else? She has her berry bushes. Who has ever thought? I'm going to take this important thing and huck it in a bush. True. Anything else? Maybe something out of the ordinary? Well, she is always worried I'll break her fancy dishware in the kitchen, but it doesn't matter anyway. I can't reach the latch.
A look of realization crept onto Luca's face.
Oh, dun dun dun.
All three kids snapped to glance at each other, then sprinted in turn toward the kitchen.
Yeah. It's where I would hide all my deep, dark secrets. Totally in the dish area. That's the only thing she brought with her, too. All right, Rollo, this is your time to shine. Ah, yes. You've called upon my expert detective skills, and now I shall proceed
Before
with...
he could finish, Luca scrambled up Rollo's back.
Yep. Hey, this isn't my idea of detective work. Every squad needs a good lockpick, and every good lockpick needs a sturdy head to sit on. is beneath my standing. Stop complaining and hold still. Got it. And all the dishes come crashing out.
Around the hutch to peer in. With the glass doors opened, a perfect porcelain display gleamed in front of them.
Break 'em all.
Their eyes searched
Just
for
break 'em
anything
all.
amiss. But the only distinct feature was its impeccability.
Well, that was anticlimactic. Yeah. I don't really know what we were expecting. Like, oh, hey! Let me just yank on this random teacup.
As Beck pulled on one of the teacups, it slanted forward with a hollow click.
Beck, you beautiful genius.
The entire hutch began to rustle and slide under its own power.
But she brought that with her, he said. Seems like your gran has been doing some remodeling. Dude, only 2 types of people have secret layers. Evil masterminds and superheroes. So which one do we think she is? We're about to find out. Is that a punching bag in the corner? Okay, so more of an unhinged conspiracist vibe? Oh, wow. Yeah, this can't be good. We need to look around before jumping to conclusions. Gran has a fucking... What do we have here? Barrels marked caution explosive. In jam jars? That's enough jam to feed the whole town. What kind of incendiary jam is your Gran making? Oh, is it like a, nitroglycerin type deal? No, because that wouldn't be good if to give your grandson, if that really is her grandson, jars of nitro, because it's very unstable. She wouldn't had, yeah, there we go, delivering it around town, delivering bombs, right? Only one way to find out.
Rollo casually spun open a lid and dipped his finger in the jam.
Oh my god, this kid. This kid. Huckleberries.
He smacked his lips.
A hint of brown sugar and ink? What?
Rollo plunged his hand in the jar, fishing out a soggy slip of paper.
Aha!
Rollo offered the slimy note to Luca and licked his fingers clean.
It's addressed to Mrs. Fratelli. And Grand Jam Graham? It says, last night I used the disguise Eris provided to scout the location. The timing window should be possible. Operation Sparkplug is a go. Aw, man. Are they doing a heist? Whatever it is, it can't be good. So more a bombshell than a bomb. Am I right? So Gran... Oh, they're trying to take out Perennial Harvest. Okay. You're new here, so I'll let it slide. But I'm the bad joke guy around here. So I wonder if I only have so much amount of time before she comes
Only one was
down.
unlocked. He fingered through the filing cabinet, pausing at a bulging folder labeled Walter.
White?
For a long moment, he just stared at it.
It's his dad, Walter. What do you got there? It's my dad. I need to stop saying things because I am a genius apparently. Looks like some of his old medical files. Your dad was a doctor?
Luca nodded and caressed the label with his thumb.
Well, are you gonna read it? Here, let me help.
Rollo swiped the folder from the drawer and began leafing through the pages. He whistled to himself, barely looking at the text.
How about you actually read some of it? One sec. Dense documents such as this are a lot like a cheeseburger. Rollo, how do you do this? It's best to skip straight to the middle. Alright, that's where all the meaty bits live. Wow, I had no idea we're in the presence of the preeminent scholar in dense documents. And cheeseburgers, apparently. By all means, proceed away.
He stopped at a page and mimed, holding up a monocle.
Ah, here we are. Follow-up examination of Terrence Wilby. Patient shows further signs of paleness and malaise. Malalalala. That disease. Body temperature continues to drop. He now describes soreness of muscles and joints. This is similar to the symptoms exhibited by Mrs. Willoughby just a few days past. Still waiting on lab results from Joseph.
Rolo looked up with heightened surprise.
See? Creepy. Yeah, that's kind of disturbing. Who's Joseph? That's Mr. Nucreed's name. Wait.
Rolo's finger traced across the page.
There's more scribbling in the margins. Could it be contagious? Mr. Willoughby claims the tap water at his home has been contaminated. Perhaps environmental? Lab results only raise more questions. It's like he came back to this report later and made those notes. So it might be related to something else.
Rolo scanned through several more pages.
Here, the writing looks shaky. I just couldn't help her. The disease, or whatever it is, progresses so fast. And with his wife's passing, Terrence's condition follows close behind. Exacerbated by the loss. Enough is enough. I need to take matters into my own hands.
Luca, staring blankly at the cabinet this whole time, spoke softly.
What does it say next?
Rolo rustled the folder, trying to loose more pages.
That's where it ends. What? There has to be more.
Luca frantically shoved the remaining cabinet folders, trying to find another labeled Walter.
Luca, I think that's the only one. It's alphabetical, see? What did he mean, enough is enough? How did he take matters into his own hands? The accident. It's just bullshit!
Luca slammed the drawer shut. A spider web of string connected photos of people from the town, interspersed with hastily scrawled notes.
Well, she sure has kept herself busy. Is your gran a serial killer? Because I'm starting to get a vibe. Don't be ridiculous. She's just tracking the movements of everyone in town. Out of the kindness of her heart. She put little symbols by some of them. Yeah, Mr. Nucreed has a check mark. The clipboards are all inside a big circle. My mom's are both on here. Both with question marks. Gus Valentine has a question mark. Eris has a question mark that's been crossed out. Mr. Kerr has a bullseye. The killer has chosen her next victim. We don't know what any of this means. Whatever it means, it's probably not good. You guys are in my way. I want to... I'm training. Okay. Can I jump and kick it? Yeah. No, I can't. Okay. So they're not even going to mention why the grandmother has a punching bag down there. Cool. This looks like a treasure map. Not every old map is a treasure map, Rolo. Yeah, but every treasure map is an old map. Can't fault that logic. Look, there's even a pathway drawn on it. It starts at the entrance to town. If we follow it...
Rolo carefully traced the path with his finger.
It leads right to...
He jabbed down at the end point.
Town Square! That's the fountain in the middle of town. What a weird place to hide treasure. Rolo, that doesn't look like a treasure to me. The end of the path on that map has the same symbol as those explosives over there. So... it's not hiding treasure? A real bummer. Rolo, what's the thing you've been excited about for the past month? The festival! Did you just say gulp? This feels like a gulp kind of situation. Everyone will be gathered near the center of town. She's gonna blow up the festival. Not if we stop her. Well, here's your chance. What was that?
Luca looked up from the map.
What was what? No, I heard it too. That was the front door. Which means someone just shut the door. Which means somebody's upstairs. Shh, quiet. Hit the lights.
Beck flicked off the light.
Oh, great.
And they became statues in the dark. Overhead, Creaking floorboards bent under slow, deliberate steps.
Oh boy. Here comes Gran.
The kids looked up, the tilt of their necks following each footfall. Then suddenly, it stopped.
Because the door is probably still open to her secret area.
Without realizing, they'd been holding their breath. All three exhaled shakily and glanced at each other. A muffled male voice broke the silence.
Oh, it's a clipboard. No, that's Mr. Tolliver. Hello?
A final few footsteps reached the entrance above them, and the voice now echoed down the stairs.
Anyone down there?
The three kids shuffled to the corners without a peep. As he began to descend the stairs, the man's voice punctuated every new step. Thump,
You.
thump,
I'm not here to hurt anyone.
thump,
I'm just here to help.
thump,
Just.
thump. At the bottom step, the man paused, squinting to search the room for signs of life.
Huh? Guess it's nothing.
Rollo shifted suddenly. Luca gave him an intense, chastising look and whispered through clenched teeth.
Rollo, don't!
It was too late. Rollo was already inching toward the stairway. He screeched as he charged toward the shadowy figure.
Flaming chicken coo!
With all his weight, Rollo tackled the man to the ground.
Rollo? Mysterious creepy man? Anyone there?
From the dark corner, they saw something move.
Well, I didn't know if I had it in me. But there was only one way to find out. Holy crap, Rollo, that was awesome! Wait, did you just kill that person?
Luca scrambled to the hunched figure on the ground, pressing his fingers to the man's neck. He sighed with relief.
Oh good, Rollo's not a murderer. Perfect. You sure clobbered him good, Rollo. He's knocked out cold.
As Beck flicked back on the light, Luca and Rollo both gasped in stereo.
Mr. Tolliver? Oh,
Chapter 7.
that's interesting.
The Interrogation of Hiram Tolliver.
That's cool.
Still unconscious, Mr. Tolliver slumped heavily in a shoddy old chair. His hands were bound with rope, his feet tied with some
That's
loose
funny.
string.
That's what you get for walking into somebody's
They
house like
huddled
that,
in
you
a circle,
weirdo.
discussing their plan. One thing was certain. They couldn't just let Mr. Tolliver go.
No, not now.
They needed to know what he was doing in Luca's house.
Yeah, you freaking weirdo.
After some deliberation, it was decided.
Kill him. Good cop. I only have chill for this one. No.
They'd
All
run the
right.
classic good cop, chill cop interrogation.
Ay. I'll handle this. Just gotta play it cool.
Luca walked calmly to the light switch, flicking it off and on a few times. Mr. Tolliver shook his head, gathering his wits.
Wow, they tied him pretty good. Golly, I sure got my bell
He
rung.
looked over to find Luca, who returned a calming grin.
Sorry, Mr. Tolliver. This was all a big mistake. Luca, what's going on here? Why do you have me strapped down? No one's fault, really. Rollo just got a little startled. Rollo's here?
Rollo and Beck emerged from hiding to give a timid wave.
Well, all right. Mistakes happen. You kids give old Hiram a good scare. Let's just get me out of these ropes and call it
Luca
even.
glanced over to Rollo and Beck, who replied with skeptical looks.
Mr. Tolliver, why are you in my grand's basement? I'm here to help, of course. Help with what? What's my gran up to? If you'll just cut me loose, I can show you. How do I know you can trust you?
Mr. Tolliver exhaled with disappointment.
Luca, have I ever done wrong by you? No. And since your gran moved to town, haven't I been nothing but welcoming? Yeah? So why would I turn my back on your family now? It's just... all this stuff seems pretty weird. Board with names of people from town? An archive of my dad's old disturbing patient notes?
Luca gestured to the corner.
That shit over there? I can explain everything. You just need to untie me. You kids deserve an explanation.
Luca looked again to Rollo and Beck.
The last time I trusted somebody who was supposed to be nice, he shoved me in a telephone booth, pushed a button, and I ended up down, probably in the mines, dead. So I'm having a little reservation of trusting you.
This time they shrugged. Luca began to slowly loosen the bindings.
Great, I'm dead.
Mr. Tolliver gently rubbed his wrists.
That's a good lad. This'll make sense in time.
He edged imperceptibly toward the stairs as he spoke.
You see, this town has secrets, Luca. Very dark past indeed.
Before the kids had even noticed his movement, Mr. Tolliver was at the light switch.
A past that must be brought to...
He punctuated his final words by flicking the switch and rushing up the stairs.
Light. Son of a bitch! Oh, son of a...
Beck darted to the wall and turned back on the lights. It was too late. Rollo confirmed what they all heard.
He just locked us down here.
Mr. Tolliver's muffled voice came from behind the door.
Of course it is. I wasn't lying, you know. This is for your own good. You kids just keep tight down there. And let the adults handle
They
this.
looked bewildered at each other.
Well, yeah. Play it cool, huh? Not now, Beck.
They heard the staccato thump of quick steps exiting the house.
Well, yeah, I mean, he fucking got away with locking us in a basement.
The kids looked down in resignation. This isn't how it goes in Hank Atomic. For some reason, they'd always assumed it was up to them to save their town.
Well, yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
Luca opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right. Only a hollow croak escaped. The end.
Ha! Cool.
Well, we certainly aren't going to find a grand resolution to our tale locked in a basement.
Well, no, you're right.
Back to the drawing board.
But there has to be like a safe switch to, you know, in case that door does get locked. Alright, we're gonna go with Rumble.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to rumble with awe.
Sure we can make it home before the storm kicks
Luca
off?
surveyed the roiling clouds.
Probably. I'd say the odds are good. Maybe you should stay here and I'll just make a break for it.
At that moment, the heavens opened up, unleashing torrential rain.
Care to recalculate those odds? Hurry inside, you two, before you catch cold. Luca, Nellie will keep trying to reach her gran on the phone. In the meantime, you two hold tight. Sorry, not much to do up here. Most of my stuff is still in the boxes. Mind if I poke around? Be my guest. Oh, that's kind of cool of you. Thanks. Things closed. Ooh,
Luca
microscope.
squinted into the eye hole of the microscope.
This looks wild. What is it? Gum. Gum?
Luca adjusted the slide with his fingers to get a better look.
I'm tracking the structural integrity of gum with increasing amounts of chewing. Chewed that one 47 days.
Luca wiped his hand off on his sweater and gave a nervous laugh.
True scientist right there. It's weird, I know.
Beck looked down, timidly tapping the ladder with her feet.
You think it's weird, don't you? A little. But work can be cool. Oh, wow! Rollo and I have a radio just like this at the treehouse. Probably not exactly like this one. My mom and I tore the whole thing down to the bolts. Fitted it with some state-of-the-art vacuum tubes. She was pretty awesome. She was carried away sometimes. I think she feels guilty for working too much. So when she does have time for me, she showers me with high-tech overcompensation.
Flicked at one of the toggles.
I bet you could get all sorts of stations on this. Not out here in the boonies. You wouldn't believe the stuff I could pick up in the big city. Back in the city, whatever big city, I don't give a shit. But around here, it's all farm reports and static. Aw, shucks. Flowers?
Luca bent down to examine the bouquet of wilting flowers. Judging by the odor, they were well past their prime.
Probably. Pungent. Ooh, I bet you I could fish with that.
Open the attached card.
Happy trails from Coach Walker and all the Fairview Condors. Boy, you weren't kidding about poking around, huh? Oh, sorry, was this from your old school? The most recent one, yeah. Some schools gave me going away cards. Some did flowers. When they're really trying to feel good about themselves, they do both. So you've moved a lot. Yeah, that's the thing with having a brilliant parent. There's always a better job somewhere else. Wow, it is really coming down. That's the sort of thing I would do if I cared. Well, you cared enough to keep them is all. Luca, can I ask you something? Of course. Superhero pose. Dang, did that hurt? I'll be honest. That hurt more than I expected. Well, at least you look cool doing it.
Beck took a moment to watch the rivulets of water running down the window.
Do you ever feel alone? Like, even when people are around? Well, Rilla could be pretty absent-minded sometimes. I'm serious. Does it ever feel like your family doesn't care what you want? It didn't used to feel that way. I know Gran loves me, but sometimes when she looks at me, it's like she's looking at a problem.
Luca took a deep breath, exhaling slowly.
We're gonna get into some shit now, huh? Alright, here we go. I know the feeling. How do you deal with that? Well, you know, I try to uncover my town's dark past of pollution and espionage and, you know, corruption. I guess I haven't yet. But one thing my dad told me when I was little, don't hold a grudge, especially against yourself. If you try to hold it all in, you're gonna pop. So then, what do you do when you don't know what to do? Dad never got to that part. Something I figured out on my own, though. You gotta do something. Anything. Here. What are you doing? I don't know, something. We're gonna register our complaints with the storm. Listen here, you miserable universe. Stop jerking me around. I just want things to go back to the way they were. Everyone tells me it's gonna be alright, that things are gonna change.
Luca let out a feral scream that echoed into the night.
Every time something changes, everything gets worse. Screw this town. Whoa. Let me try. Moving sucks. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Why can't I just deal with it and be happy for my mom? Why can't we just stay somewhere? Ah!
Her voice dropped to a trembling whisper.
I just want to be a normal kid.
Beck brushed off her shirt and straightened up.
There. Wow. I actually feel a little bit better.
As abruptly as it began, the storm abated.
Thanks. I needed that. Me too. I should head out before the rain starts up again. Sure, I'll walk you out. See you and Rollo at the festival? Sounds good. Luca, don't let the universe jerk you around.
Beck gave Luca a light thump on the arm before heading in.
Interesting.
Chapter 5. Friendly Feud. The air was heavy with a hard rain's residue.
Is Rollo gonna be pissed that I didn't make it to the treehouse on time?
Despite his dreary surroundings, Luca felt at peace. He'd never shared those details about his dad with anyone, not even Rollo. But it's not like this changed anything. Rollo was still his best friend. Adding Beck to the group would help balance things out.
Yeah.
Everything's better in threes. This is what Luca told himself as he headed to the treehouse.
Yeah, Rollo's gonna be pissed. Alright, so... I'm just seeing if... Okay, so nothing different. But I bet I can use that... Oh! Mimi, I think her name was? Dawn. Hey, Dawn, tracking down a lead? You bet. I heard a Jersey new rumor. Turns out when Sharper Valentine died, he left behind a peculiar last will and testament. Peculiar how? He didn't just give his kids an inheritance. There were conditions. Like what? The document stipulated that Eris had to take on a child as her ward. A kid our age who just showed up to town one night with a lawyer. Solomon. Bingo. So Eris was forced to take him in? Yep, or she would have lost everything. Why would Sharper care so much about some random kid? Rumor has it old Sharper sowed some wild oats. That explains why Eris treats him. Poor Solomon. How did you find all this out? A good reporter never reveals her sources, Luca. Alright, I'm out. Can't do anything up there. Our phone booth is lit. I mean, it's not lit, but it's lit up. I hate myself for saying that. I wonder what down here is like in the dark. Oh, can I go in the museum? I can't. Sharp event, a celebration of...
We all know Beacon Pines is a great town.
Nice.
What you may not know is great towns grow from mighty roots. And that is why you cannot tell the story of Beacon Pines without telling the story of one Sharper Valentine. Young Sharper's keen intellect and strong moral fiber led to a grand vision. A vision of a community dedicated to a better tomorrow. In his own words, a better tomorrow is within our grasp, but it requires a singular mind to harness it. Lucky for us, he decided to grow that vision here in Beacon Pines. And how does one grow a better tomorrow?
With poop.
Fertilizer, of course. Valentine's Fertilizer Company became the lifeblood of a town yearning for purpose.
I'm sure.
Then tragedy struck. A scientific experiment gone wrong. An accident which took Sharper away from us far too soon. To this day, we struggle to pick up the pieces. But one foul harvest isn't enough to stop the people of Beacon Pines. The spirit of Sharper
No, but it sure...
lives on. It lives in the hearts of everyone with a dream
Right,
for a
and it
better
sure
tomorrow.
seems to, you know,
Together,
take a
we will
huge
follow
toll on
his
him.
example and grow a bountiful future.
Okay.
Paid
Cool.
for by the Valentine family and the Valentine Fertilizer Company Reverence Fund.
Right. That was unhelpful. Total waste of my time. Alright. Rollo, gotta get the Rollo. Otherwise, he's probably gonna be pissed. Oh, excuse me, what are you doing? Just locked up for the night, sir. Oh, wonderful. I can only assume this means all festival preparations have been completed ahead of schedule? Not exactly, sir. The storm set us back a bit, and it's getting late, so we all decided to... You all decided? Yes, sir. I was unaware that your job involved deciding things. We are all here at Perennial Harvest because we believe in creating a better future, yes? Yes, sir, very much, sir. Do you want to be the one to tell this town that we failed them? No. That we gave up because there was a little rainstorm and we got all sleepy? Of course not, sir. Good, then it's decided. Yes, sir. We'll work till the task is done. See that you do. Our harvest awaits. Yeah, he's not a creep fag, isn't he? There's a table here now. There wasn't one before. Okay, let me see if the tomato thing is here now. Yes! Something
Luca left
stanky.
a twig of thyme around the hook. Some fish have refined taste.
Alright, I would not have guessed time, but, you know, whatever. Give me... the... fish. Whatever the hell you is, a pocket watch! Property of Sharper Valentine? Figures. If he had his way, property of Sharper Valentine would be written on everything in this town. Should we give it back to him? Nah, he may not even want it back. Man's got a continuous relationship with time. We'll keep it here in case he ever wants to pick it up. Alright, so there should be one more reaction or charm I can get for fishing. Rolo, you still up there? Oh, he's not happy with me. I'm sorry. Rolo isn't accepting visitors at the moment. Come back, never.
Luca had only ever heard him speak in this stiff yet gentle tone a few times, and it always meant one thing.
He's mad. You're upset. Oh, what makes you say that? Maybe because my best friend abandoned me for no reason? I didn't abandon you. I'm just a little late.
Rolo scoffed.
The rain held me up. Liar! We weren't even home. What? The storm got bad and I got worried, so I went looking for you. Imagine my surprise when I made it to your house and you weren't there. I hadn't made it back yet. I'm not a fool, Luca. It doesn't take all day to deliver some jam. No, the storm rolled in out of nowhere. I got stuck after dinner at Beck's house.
Luca stumbled on his words, knowing he'd said too much.
Beck? Dinner? What the heck is a Beck? She's a new kid in town. She's actually kind of cool. You'd like her. She needed help convincing her parents that she'd made a new friend. New friends? I spent all day waiting for you, and you were off making new friends? It's not like that, Rolo. You know, while I was waiting, I made some upgrades to mission control. It was going to be a surprise, but you took so long, the storm knocked it all down. Just like you knocked down our friendship. What does that even mean?
Luca became instinctively angry in response. Both boys were now shouting across the distance.
It means you're a bad friend. You don't even care about me. Of course I care, you ass! I knew I'd get in trouble waiting so late for you, but I kept my word, because that's what friends do. Oh, wow, what a noble sacrifice you made. Easy for you to say. Your grand doesn't even care. You can stay out as long as you want, and you wouldn't even get in trouble. Seriously? You're acting like I chose this? If that's what you think, then maybe you're the bad friend.
Rolo's tone changed to a calm, yet more intense anger.
Maybe Pa's right. Storms bring more than water. This one brought out the real Luca. Stop quoting your Pa's nonsense like it means anything. Yeah, well, at least my Pa is still around. Rolo! Oh no. Rolo,
The words hung in the
dude.
cold night air. Rolo's stomach dropped, knowing he'd crossed a line. But it was too late.
Luca, Good night, Rolo. Dang it. Well, that's not good. Alright, so... that took a turn for the worse. I mean, that escalated very quickly. So, Rolo's now pissed at us, or we're pissed at Rolo. It's, oh god, that's not good. That is not good. But we did learn in the previous timeline that Gran is up to something. I don't know if she's trying to stop Perennial Harvest, or prove what they're doing, or is there's something going on. Whatever Operation Sparkplug is, it needs to be found out. But we can't get there until we get most of the charms and explore the other timelines, and that is for a later date. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, let me know in the comments below, and as always, by subscribing, I get to see you guys in the next video.